Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another Reverse 1999 episode. This is episode 77, and so we are going to fit with the theme, and we are going to do 37's like character story thing. So that'll be awesome. This time we will just be doing the one single character story instead of doing two like last time, because I feel like that would be pretty tough on my throat to yap that much. So yeah, we are going to do 37's character story. Hopefully we can get a few glimpses of characters of Apeiron. I'm assuming this would be something in the past, because I feel like, I mean, this came out with chapter 5, so yeah, surely this has to be like something in the past. But yeah, wonder if we'll see 6 in it, because I think 6 has his own companion story as well. So I wonder if 6 will show up. Maybe Marta might show up. 77 maybe, hopefully. Sophia potentially. Yeah, those are kind of the people that I'm potentially expecting to see. Maybe some of the other numbers on the island, perhaps. But yeah, let's jump in. Let's see what 37's story has in store for us. Okay, we are on the island, and we've got the flashback
37.
lines.
37.
Hello, Sophia.
Look!
Oh, okay. I just forgot that I forgot that the voice lines aren't complete. Look at the trail I made in the water. It's kind of weird seeing like pre-Manus Vindicte Sophia. It's kind of strange.
Certainly.
Oh yeah, yes, I was counting. The end result was the number 4. Cool. 37 looks cool as well. 37 walked over to Sophia, raising 4 fingers seriously. We're doing some maths on the beach. That means what you did was spot on. 4 signifies justice and strength. Wonderful. Let me try again. I'll try to make more skips this time.
1, 2, 3.
Excitedly, Sophia picked up a few more smooth pebbles, only to receive a puzzled look from her companion.
Hmm?
You got the right answer already. Why throw more? Oh. What, like 4 is the most that is physically possible? The question made Sophia pause, and she matched her puzzled face. But 37 seemed to be the more confused.
Hmm?
Bigger numbers aren't always better. If you're testing your throwing technique, 4 is the best possible number. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or do you want to test your passion and coordination? 5 would be better for that. No, I'm not trying to test any number. It's a game. The red-haired girl felt caught in the awkwardness of the moment. She hadn't been on the island for very long, and the seriousness with which they took arithmetic still left her feeling alien. Thankfully, she had a companion who was well versed in these matters.
Oh.
A game. Oh, a game.
Hmm?
Like kotabos, where you fling wine dregs from 2-handled cups at dinner parties. I've never heard of this. That sounds interesting. I guess so. I mean, it almost sounds like skipping stones. She had agreed without really understanding the specifics, but not wanting the conversation to stall, or to disappoint her new friend.
Oh,
Ah,
fine.
oh, okay. Ah, alright. I don't get the point of all this. Huh? 37's brow furrowed, as if let down by her companion.
So,
Throwing wine or pebbles, hitting a target, sinking a plate, or skipping stones on water.
does all this have any symbolic meaning?
What are we trying to achieve? If it's about being the highest ranked, I get it. Like 210. He's always trying to get the top score in Kotobos. Okay, we got a 210 mention. So is 6. He is always chasing the end of each series. But sometimes, it seems people do things without any purpose at all. That was funny. I thought I thought 37 was talking about 6 chasing the end of like TV series, but no, I think she was talking about numeric series.
Hmm.
Well, they're just playing. That's what most games are about. Spending time with friends and having a fun time, without any greater purpose, I guess.
Hmm?
Fun? You mean, these things don't have any transcendent purpose? They don't climb up the hierarchy, seek knowledge, purify their souls, or seek out the truth.
Hmm. So,
So all they're doing is idling in the sensory world. I mean, if you want to say it like that, 37, I guess that's right. The young girl's tone grew much more distant, even cynical, surprising Sophia.
hmm.
No, I think, well, it's not entirely like that.
Um.
Sorry, 37. I'm new here, and there's a lot I don't understand. If I'm wrong, the blue-haired girl was resting her chin in her hands. She had already drifted away in thought.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
That's alright.
Never mind these trivial matters. We have more important things to do. Mother asked me to familiarize you with the island. So, is 4 the number you wanted to validate on the bench? On the bench? On the beach? Okay, so, 70s, yeah, this is, back when 77 was still alive. Maybe we'll even
Um.
get a glimpse of her. Maybe. Sophia tried to finish her apology, but 37 dismissed it with a wave. She was already caught in another train of thought. This kind of thing would happen several times until she got used to it. But back then, her still fledgling heart was unpolished by the sea breeze and sand, and she was full of questions. Okay.
37.
I still don't quite understand this apeiron belief in numbers.
I just think.
Before coming here, I dealt with numbers in my studies, but it was just arithmetic. When I solved problems, my dad would reward me with a candy, and I'd save them in a jar to buy flowers for mom before going to the hospital.
Hmm?
37 has no idea what you're saying, Sophia. What is candy? We only eat nuts and fruits out here. Sophia realized she was saying too much. It wasn't the right context, nor did it concern her new friend.
But.
Anyway, my impression of numbers is all caught up in those textbook exercises, far removed from these abstract, transcendent meanings.
Hmm?
Like, I don't understand why you believe that numbers are eternal.
Hmm?
Because they are eternal. Spectacular answer, 37. 37's answer, more a declaration, was yet more puzzling, making Sophia regret asking at all and risking offense. Thankfully, prime numbers like 37 are nimble-minded, at least that is what she would say.
But.
I don't know how to explain it with words, but I have the perfect example. Okay, 37. It was Euclid who once proved that there are an infinite number of prime numbers.
Hmm?
Prime numbers, like how 37 is a prime number? That's right, Sophia. If you if you assume it's a proof by contradiction, if you assume that you have the set of all prime numbers and you multiply them all and then you added 1 to it, I believe, or something like that, you would result in a prime number because it's not divisible by any of the previous prime numbers. Okay, wait, why am I going into the prime number proof right now? I got distracted.
Certainly.
Yes, 13 is prime, 23 is prime, 37 is prime, and 337 is also prime. Their factors are only 1 and themselves. They cannot be divided by any other natural number. Prime numbers can go on infinitely, but how can we prove this? Okay, 37, I'm glad you asked. So back to my discussion. I know you don't want to hear me list out maths, but that's too bad. Um, where was I? Yes, proof by contradiction. We multiply all the prime numbers, assuming that there are finite prime numbers. We multiply all of them, we plus 1, we add 1 to it, right? And this is not divisible by any of the prime numbers because, we took the product of all those prime numbers and we added 1. So that's That's just not how division works. We just can't divide by the prime numbers, and it can't be divided by anything else, I believe. So just like that, we've proven it. 37 enthusiastically wrote a series of numbers in the sand, finishing with a circle at the end. Euclid's method is to imagine the existence of the largest prime number. This is that. I mean, that's not zero or circle, so I don't know what this symbol is called. So we make a complete series of prime numbers, starting from the smallest 2, all the way up to the largest, this thing. Based on this understanding, let's imagine there's a larger number, triangle, or delta, I guess, maybe. Delta represents the multiplication of all prime numbers in the queue, plus 1. No way. Clearly, it cannot be divided by any of the listed prime numbers. The numbers 2, 3, 5, or any number represented by a circle will result in a remainder of 1. Yes. If triangle is not a prime number, then it should be divisible by a prime number larger than circle. Oh right, yeah, okay, so that's the... Right, sorry. Because if you're not a prime number, you're a composite number, which means you can be written as a product of prime factors. And since we just proved that it's not divisible by any of these prime numbers, because if you divide by it, you just kind of cross it out, and it's just this product as a it would be fully divided, and then you would still have 1 left over, and so it's still prime. If delta is a prime number, then naturally it's larger than circle. Both scenarios contradict the assumption that the circle is the largest prime number. Spectacular. Therefore, the conclusion is, there's no such thing as the largest prime number, circle. Prime numbers are infinite. Fantastic, 37. You're like 6 years old or something here, and you already know this proof. Congratulations. Yes, I'll give you some claps as well. Well done. 37 finished writing, clapped her hands, shook off the sand, and stood up beaming.
But...
I heard about this theorem at school, but I still don't understand what it means, really. That's alright, Sophia. Just do some more maths. She couldn't grasp the transcendental meaning behind such specific mathematical theorems. To her, they were strict, correct, but nothing more than chalk particles on a blackboard, monochromatic, sharply defined, and barely soluble in water. And that was all. Mother told me Euclid wrote down this proof over 2,000 years ago. She said, the person who wrote this proof will die, the paper that recorded this proof will decompose, and we, who read this proof, will also one day disappear. Okay? Everything will be washed away like sand on the seashore, or by the storm.
Certainly.
But this proof will endure, always correct, beautiful, and intricate, to be admired by every future generation. Amazing. I suppose that's eternal. Everyone on the island tells me I'm special. That's great, 37. Everyone's special. Prime numbers are like the foundation stones of arithmetic. All integers are derived from prime numbers. But I'm one of a set of infinite prime numbers. There will always be more, newer numbers, so I'm not truly special. But even if I am just 37 grains of sand on a beach, I'm still encompassed within this infinite queue. What is that sound effect? It sounds so weird. And there is an infinite number of such sequences. Sequences of integers, sequences of fractions, sequences of rational numbers, each and every one infinite. 37 turned around, and now her eyes are sparkled with the grains of sand in the sunlight. We're all a part of infinity, and I take pride in that. I think, Sophia, that is what eternity is. Wow. Under the bright sunlight, the grains of sand on the beach gleamed like gold. As she locked eyes with 37, it was blinding, yet poignant. Poignant. Is that how you say it? Don't close your eyes, as the scripture says. Do not shy away from anything beautiful. Yeah, let's stare directly at the sun, guys, because the sun's so beautiful. The blinding light. Okay. Oh wait, this is present day. or at least present like chapter 5 day. As the time passed, I often remembered the theorem 37 told me. I never quite understood her world, this fascinating, abstract kingdom of mathematics where every number is her friend. But in that moment, I caught a fleeting glimpse of the beautiful brilliance of eternity in her eyes. You know what? This part of the story feels more like Sophia's story, to be honest. But that's cool though. I want to learn more about Sophia. It was enchanting, inspiring, and admirable. It became the seed that led me to embrace the school. The beach changed in the days that followed. Yep, the third storm, and then Sophia's dad, I believe, along with 77, um, passed away. The ship approached the shore. The emanation unfolded before our eyes, and cheers turned into sorrowful cries. Eventually, all that remained of what we lost were cold, lifeless geometric shapes. Yet through it all, 37 stood unwavering. She poured incredible focus into her mother's research, never displaying any sadness or hesitation. Just like the theorem she spoke of that day on the beach, unchanging, resolute, immune to the passage of time. How could 37 stay so uniquely unaffected by the world around her? I couldn't find an answer to that question. All I could do was offer her my help, meager as it was. Damn. It's alright, Sophia. Sometimes maybe maths won't solve all their problems. Sometimes Manus Vindicte can solve your problems, and then you can join them and get a really cool outfit. Oh, what is this? Oh, sorry. Okay, this is, Oh, that was a preface. That wasn't even part 1. Oh, okay. Okay. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's go on. A children's game. Are we skipping stones again, or doing that wine drag throwing thing?
Hmm? Hmm.
The lab's light bulb needs changing, and we may need more paper for calculations. Wow, it's been so long since I saw Sophia in her, like, old outfit. 37 mentioned last time that we need... What do we
Hey.
need? Hello. Oh, hey, Sophia. You look like you're in a rush. Something urgent? Not exactly. I'm just heading to the lab to check on 37's progress.
Uh.
37. It's been a while since she made an appearance on the beach.
Uh,
Perhaps she's still digging into those remaining records? No one else can handle them. She's researching the emanation. Every time the emanation came up in conversation, the atmosphere seemed to darken in response. It was as if navigating around the edge of a storm. Oh, storm? Don't worry, 37 will figure it out. And hey, take care of yourselves, both of you. We don't need you to wear yourselves out.
I understand.
Thank you both so much. Sophia extended her hand in a gesture of goodwill. After sharing those brief pleasantries, it was time to continue on their way. Alright. Hello 37, how's it going? How's the research going? Are we solving everything? Scattered scribble notes, piles of thick books, and stray strands of critter hair. It looked as if a flock of Abraxas had visited, or the lab had been caught in a whirlwind of for centuries on end. Anyone would have been exhausted by such a sight. And amidst the panoply, the lab director herself lay sprawled across a table, lost in her own head. 37, have you considered tidying up this room? She moved nimbly, stepping over scattered books as she approached the long table. The notebook which lay beside 37 looked oddly familiar.
This is.
What is it? Someone had treasured this notebook, adorning it with illustrations and notes. Flipping through its pages, Sophia found meticulous data validation records accompanied by engineering sketches. After a few more pages, the content started relating to things on the island, interspersed with sheet music and simple sketches, documenting seagulls flying by and the silhouette of a little girl playing. Interesting. Finally, her fingers halted on a page with grids and a few math problems written on it.
Sophia!
Oh, Sophia, you're here! 37 rubbed her eyes and quickly shifted her attention to the notebook Sophia was holding.
Oh!
Oh, I found this little book while looking through one of these piles. There's an absolute plethora of notes inside. I wanted to see if there were any records relating to the emanation. 37 straightened up, carefully inspecting the page Sophia was reading. I remember this page. I was so young then, standing on my tiptoes to reach my father's desk. Wait, is this chess? No, that can't. Oh, yeah, no, that. I think this might be chess, honestly. But there's some interesting shapes here that I've never seen before in chess. I told him how my friend seemed uninterested in games and that I was struggling with math. He brought a stool so I can see the words as he wrote in his notebook.
It's just...
Sorry,
Never
this
mind.
really isn't important. She closed the notebook and turned to 37. These are riddles for kids, far too simple for you. Don't waste time on them. Everyone's waiting for the next phase of your research. I'll take this notebook with me.
No!
No, Sophia, these aren't just for kids. I just found out that the answers form an interesting sequence. Oh damn.
Mm-hmm.
They might relate to celestial rhythms. That's Hugh's area of study, right? Look, this number seems to follow an octave pattern with the next one. And these symbols are unique too.
I think...
They're all related to the number 3. It must be a trick using a combination of triangles. I've tried several solutions. Damn, that's so in-depth. She listed one intriguing discovery after another. 37 pontificated, glowing with increasing focus and enthusiasm. It was reminiscent of her past lessons on the beach and countless nights researching the emanation. Armed with that intense curiosity, she saw answers in everything. Unwavering, unchanging. Eternity, even.
Well...
Fine. If that's the case, then I'll help you find the answers, 37. But let's be quick. Afterward, you'll refocus on your main research, right?
Sure.
Of course, it shouldn't take long. I'm almost certain. First, we should find a spacious spot, something close to the one described in the notebook. The notebook rustles in 37's hands. Her fingers skimmed the pages, capturing fleeting sparks of inspiration as she sped toward the lab's exit. I hope this won't take too long. Should I really let her waste time like this? Hey, I mean, she's having fun, Sophia. So, I mean, that's good, right? Instead of, you know, being encompassed in research. Although, emanation research is pretty important, I will say. Regardless, let's press on. To part 2. Beach walking. Back to the good old beach. Let's see if, let's see what's up. Do we have a new lesson to learn? About prime numbers, or maybe some other numbers? Complex numbers? Strolling along the familiar path on the beach, everything looked as it did before. The sand was sand, rocks, only rocks. Earthly elements, far divorced from anything transcendental. But it was an unwritten doctrine of this school. A walk by the sea helped one contemplate the truth. Oh, I missed that flock of seagulls.
Ah, be careful!
Careful, 37, next to you! The startled birds flapped and cawed, shaking off in a flurry of sand and feathers. 37 brushed away the debris that landed on her paper, continuing on without fuss. Sophia caught up with her, hurrying from behind, at last breaking her focus. Something wrong, Sophia? Oh, nothing. Any new discoveries? Not yet, but I thoroughly dispelled the dark clouds from my mind. Awesome. The sea breeze may not aid in finding the truth, but it is invigorating in its own way. But as if to challenge her claim, A yawn escaped her.
Hmm.
So sleepy.
Yay!
Look, it's 37! Have you discovered anything interesting lately? Care to tell us about it?
Or like this?
Perhaps we should start calling 37 the Star of Hermes, like 210 does. By the way, is it pronounced 210? I'm like pretty sure it was pronounced 210 as well. I might start calling him 210. I don't remember, it's been a while. I mean, it sounds like an honor, doesn't it? Anyway, good afternoon, 37. They passed a group of children who overtook them with curiosity and warm greetings. Everyone had known of 37's curious methods for her research, and Sophia were surprised to see her strolling along the beach with the notebook in hand. Afternoon, playing hopscotch. Better move a bit further or the waves will mess up your lines.
Let me think.
Waves. Each drop in the waves moves in a circular motion. When the crest of a wave exceeds 120 degrees, they crash with a whoosh. Oh, do they make a different sound if it's below? But the answer sequence seems unrelated with these waves. What could it be then? She briefly dove back into her thoughts. But as her leader approached, she snapped out almost as quickly. Oh, hello 6. 266. 267. Oh. The leader sidestepped them around. Wait, what? The leader sidestepped, I guess, around them silently, as if trying to make a quick escape. Such efforts rarely turned out as expected for him. 6! You're here too. What methods were you examining with your walk? Are you counting your steps along the beach?
I think.
Perhaps you are taking 6,666 steps because you're 6. Oh, but that number isn't optimal. Let me suggest, how about 66,666? I feel like that might be too much. Maybe just 666. 6 definitely avoided 37's quizzical advance and changed the subject.
Why aren't you in your laboratory?
Nice. Let's go 6. A fully voiced line. I discovered some puzzles Hugh left behind, so I've opted to decode them with Sophia. She happily waved the decorated notebook in her hand towards 6.
Actually.
These puzzles are mostly children's games. I can assure you, 37 won't waste too much time on them.
Sure.
They are indeed rudimentary. Oh, I figured out the clue I overlooked. Thank you, Sophia. I have it now.
Essentially.
They're games, so you must play through them to understand Hugh's intention. If you say so. And it just so happens there are already 3 of them. You, me, and 6. Oh, 6 is getting roped into this. Imperceptibly, 6's hair stood on end like a fight or flight response. Sorry, there are other matters that call to my attention. We used to play together often, didn't we?
I think.
The present is no different from the past. Time is merely a procession of knots on an infinite rope. It doesn't matter where you start counting. Damn. My fault?
No.
Thank you for your invitation, but... As 6 spoke, he took a step back. Sorry, 6, you're not getting out of this. You're playing chess with us or whatever. The language was clear, implying that the conversation should end there. Too bad. Unfortunately, these social cues were lost on 37.
Fine.
Excellent. I'd like to use this beach to gather anyone interested in the game. I assure you, it'll be done before dinner, but we simply cannot ignore this pressing issue. What? Very well. It's just not a pressing issue, 37. 6 turns to Sophia, nodding in an almost imperceptible plea to her.
In addition,
Please evaluate the feasibility of 37's
I
proposal.
shall leave this with you.
But I'm afraid I must take my leave. Goodbye, 6. See you later. We're gonna play chess. He took a step forward, pausing for a moment. I'll start from 268.
Thank you.
Finally, he resumed his interrupted walk, narrowly escaping 37's notice as she returned to her thoughts. You know, 6 is the best riddle solver among us. He used to say the most interesting things, but now he's become naught but a walking scroll. Damn, he fell off.
Actually,
Six has become the leader of the school, and our leaders need to be even-handed, objective, forthright, flawless. Six has so many obligations. We all have our own tasks that need doing. Yeah, like you, Sophia. I mean, sorry, not you, Sophia. Like you, 37. Like your emanation research, you know? Well, then, my task is to understand the true meaning behind these exercises. It just really isn't, 37. She raised a collection of children's games high. For the island's chief researcher, it wasn't the most fitting action. 37.
perhaps.
Maybe these exercises don't have any meaning at all. Huh? 37 blinked, as if Sophia's word had no imprint of meaning at all.
I think.
They are just children's games, and you already know the answers to each one of them.
Perhaps.
I know you think the sequence of answers has some significance, but maybe they are just random numbers. All things considered, we still have... Their conversation could have carried on about people's expectations, duties, and obligations. But the sea breeze suddenly drowned out her voice. 37 didn't hear her, or perhaps she didn't care to. That's so based. It's those kids, look! What are they doing? 37 looked into the distance, completely engrossed in the next moment. Are they playing hopscotch?
Uh-huh.
Come on, Sophia, hurry up. I'll help you ask. Hold on, don't go so fast. Her words were lost in the swaying of 37's robe as she dashed ahead. She was always one to act on her thoughts immediately, seizing on every idea and squandering her inspiration. Yet she could reach heights others could only dream of. Not long ago, she rushed out of the canteen in the middle of dinner, bewildering everyone present. But a day later, she submitted her initial speculation on the distribution of the emanation, which was just as soon verified. Amazing. When asked about it, 37's response was understated. Oh, I simply noticed a striking resemblance between the patterns of the emanation and how my sesames were arranged. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Well done,
Perhaps
37.
so.
It was her strange genius. She bent down to pick up a pebble buried in sand and tossed it as far as she could. How many steps? As the stone skimmed over... That was 5, right? That was 5. I heard 5. As the stone skimmed over the water surface, it created several ripples, conjuring a stream of memories. Are we gonna say these memories right now, or... Oh, we are. Nice. Oh, this might be... Oh, this is on the day of the, of the storm. That's not good. Sophia's crying, no. Faint sobs collided against the smooth geometric surfaces, leaving faint and hollow echoes. But a hurried set of footsteps obscured any other sounds.
Certainly.
Sophia, you're here. I have something for you. Something you'll be interested in. 37 handed over a glass bottle. What is it? The rolled up paper inside looks jagged, as if it had once been the corner of a worksheet. Wait. This is Sophia's number. This must be the bottle that that Sophia opened at one point, you know? Did you open it in chapter 5 though? Or was it chapter 6? Was it chapter 6? I think it might be chapter 6. So I don't think we will wait, what am I saying? I don't know. I'm fairly sure within the story this bottle was not mentioned until chapter 6 maybe, or I could just be misremembering. I'm unsure, but yeah, no, this is most certainly the bottle with Sophia's number inside, you know, route 2. You wanted to know your soul number, right? I saw it, so I wrote it down here. Her tone was as proud as ever. It was a prime number, one that carried a meaning of hard and piercing brilliance. I wonder if it was because of like Sophia's reaction to like her father's death from the storm. that allowed 37 to see Sophia's soul number. It was a memory that was willfully forgotten. In the last moments of her memory, the glass bottle traced an arc through the air, landing in the sea. As the ripples dispersed, calm returned. I think this wasn't mentioned in the main story until chapter 6, potentially, so...
Sophia!
I mean, I'm not sure, but... It's kind of cool, though, that back when, you know, chapter 5 was out, they showed this to us, like this flashback. That's cool. Because this flashback itself wasn't shown in the main story. Her friend's call brought her back to reality.
Brilliant!
There are more people interested in this game than I thought. Spectacular. In no time, 37 returned with the participants she had found. Shining with confidence, she seemed ready to start immediately.
Uh-huh.
All the necessary conditions are met now. We need to proceed in order with the game. Let's start with the first question.
Mm-hmm.
Will you help by observing us, Sophia? Sure.
Um...
Of course. I'll validate your calculations and check for any errors. Cool. The red-haired corrector nodded. Of course, not every question needed an answer. Now they all had their own tasks. Alright, let's answer some questions. I guess in the next part, but yeah. What type of questions are these? Oh, hello. 37 will summon the participants to the game. Follow the prompts to converse with the participants in the scene, confirming their respective selected shapes.
Hello there!
So, let's start by choosing our shapes. Starting from the left side, we'll all choose one by one, okay? She lifts her notebook high, showing it to the crowd around her, waiting for instructions.
Please wait.
Sorry, choosing from these 7 geometric shapes, I think I'll choose an order. The monad, that from which all things originate, I choose this symbol to show respect to a Peyron.
It's like this.
Oh, you're right. I love the unity and universality of it.
The question is...
I choose this line segment. Made of 2 points joined together, it represents both fusion and division, with endless possibilities. Damn.
That's great!
No problem. That's an interesting point you bring up as well.
I think...
We need one more shape. 1, 2, 3. I'll take this one.
a perfect number.
There's a nice golden ratio hidden in the star shape, so it's a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now we can start inferring. Inferring what? Explain the puzzle. After confirming the selected shapes, the game can officially start. Follow the prompts on the left to gradually form the argument. We're forming an argument, okay? Inform participants of the game's topic.
Let me think.
The first question in the notebook is, there is a well 8 meters deep. A small snail starts climbing from the bottom. It climbs 3 meters during the day and drops 2 meters at night. Damn, that's really inefficient. How many days will it take for the snail to climb out of the well? I guess 8? Actually no, that can't be right. Sorry. I mean, like, it has a net gain of 1 meter a day, but that's not how it goes. So let's say, let's think about this. Day 1 it climbs 3, drops 2. Day 2 it climbs 3 up to the height of 4, then drops 2. Day 3 it climbs up to 5. Day 4 it climbs up to 6. Day 5 and day 6. I think it takes 6 days for it to climb out of the well. That's the question. Did everyone hear clearly? I can read it again. Everyone shakes their heads in unison.
Like this.
The game is simple. We just need to line up in the correct order to represent the steps that solve the question. What does that even mean? After ascertaining the topic, corresponding deduction steps will be allocated to the
For
participants.
instance...
The monad represents climbing up 3 meters.
Yes.
Got it. I don't know what shape a monad is, to be honest. That's a monad. That looks like a circle. Okay.
Here you go.
The line segment represents dropping down 2 meters.
Yes. And then
Finally, the pentagram represents adding 1 day.
a perfect number.
I think everything is set now. What are we saying? Wait, no, I want to look at it. Oh my god. Demonstrate. How many days does it take to for the snail to climb out the well? 6. Okay. Why would we just add a day though? I don't. What's the pentagram for? When there is an error in your argument, the corrector will fulfill her responsibilities. If you don't know what to do, you can also borrow the Star of Hermes' Eureka to shed some light on how to solve the puzzle. Yeah, okay. I don't need the hint.
For instance,
The key to this is the chronology. The snail always climbs upward during the day and drops downward at night. Yes, Okay, okay. I mean, I already solved the problem,
and
so...
then
Invalid operation. Each action can only occur once per day. Oh, I need to manually add a day. I say, my fault. We need to infer the process as per the question. For instance, in this question, after a day and a night, it becomes a new day. My fault. Bang. We've had 3 days now. 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. This one should solve it. Yeah, exactly. So day 6. It climbs out on day 6. Good job, snail. We did it. Nice. Cool. I wonder if we'll see this, see that like that little game mechanic again later on. Probably. That'll be nice. Alright, let's press on. Part 3. Answer in a bottle. Wait, we're expanding on the bottle? Surely not. How's it going? You followed all the steps in order, right?
yes.
I've numbered them and made notes.
That's great.
Wonderful. That will be a most valuable resource. Now on to the second question. The woman in plain robes continued with the game, methodically going through its motions. It was nothing more than a simple game for kids. To the corrector, it all seemed amusing. Here they were brilliant minds meticulously recreating child's play on the beach, instead of tackling the great questions of their age. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Do you really think this game holds any significance? As soon as Sophia asked this, the woman recording the answers turned and gave her a smile. Feeling bored?
No.
Not really. 37 believes that by completing this game she'll understand some hidden meaning in the sequence formed by the answers.
Actually,
But my father was pragmatic and always focused on the present. Like me, he didn't have an eye for these sorts of abstract things.
I think...
I doubt his notebook could contain any of the transcendental meanings 37 is seeking. It would be cool though if there were. Or maybe 37 will still find something, even though Hugh didn't actually leave anything there, which would be kinda crazy. Honestly, at first glance, you can easily see the results. The answers to each question form a 10-digit number. 6333434533. Oh damn. So we just don't have to solve it anymore, because this woman just solved it for us. Thanks, I guess. I can't see its value, but 37 must be doing this for a reason. It's all about the process, not the end goal, you know, or the end result. After all, she's always the first to grasp the essence beyond our understanding. Essence. She had never associated her father's notebook with the notion of some transcendental essence. What essence could a set of children's exercises in the old book possibly hold?
I don't know.
If this is just a waste of time, it would erode everyone's trust. Deny. The corrector furrowed her brow with worry. She felt as if she had to rectify this mistake.
Sophia!
What's on your mind? Her friend's sudden appearance caught her off guard, forcing her to take a step back.
It's just.
Oh,
Never
nothing.
mind.
Nothing. She forced an adjustment of her demeanor, hiding any sign of her flustered thoughts.
Hmm? Hmm.
I was just thinking, 37, are these games perhaps too simple for the others?
Mm-hmm.
Are they? 37 tilted her head.
I think.
But there's nothing simple about any set of numbers, nor any set of answers.
Essentially.
Indeed, the simplest numbers often hold the deepest meaning. Even the number as singular as 1 holds the origin of all mathematical thought.
It's like this.
I believe the problems in this notebook are no different.
I understand.
Of course, you're always right, 37.
Perhaps.
Instead of these simple games, maybe we could
Huh?
work on more important things. 37 finished her sentence, catching the red-headed corrector off guard once again. 37's eyes followed her as she took a step forward and fires off a series of questions of her own. Sophia, you keep repeating yourself.
Mhm.
So then, what's most important to you? Oh? There could be many answers. The research on the emanation, the school's public affairs, or perhaps even just the fate of this small island. But... Is your number the most important to you, Sophia? No, go away, 37. I know you're right. You're always right. But I don't want to know. I don't want to know my number anymore. The glass bottle shattered the water's surface. The splash rang heavy and bitter. I'm sorry. They both knew the ancient instruction, know thyself. But the most important answer had already been swept away by the waves, lost in the endless depths of the sea.
I think.
Sorry, 37. I don't know that I can answer you right now. It's such a profound question, and I don't have an easy answer.
Perhaps.
I suppose I need some time to think about it properly. I need to check our inventory. I hope your research goes well, 37. She spoke the words quickly, feigning calm. But it wasn't so easy to turn and leave. 37 held Sophia's hand firmly. Someone once taught me a problem-solving technique. When you're at a loss, try changing your mood. It's a useful trick, one which I've tested many times.
Uh-huh.
If you don't have anything more important to do now, why not play the game with us? You still haven't participated in Hugh's game yet. That's true. It was always so impossible to let go of that hand.
Well.
Alright, but remember, you promised to finish before dinner.
Sure.
Of course. Anyway, Six is still walking around the island. We have time before he reaches 4 digits. Come on, Sophia, let's tackle the next question. Alright, let's do it. I'm excited. Here we are. Puzzle.
What's the next question?
The second question is, a furball with a pretty geometric pattern on its head finds 12 grapes and intends to carry them back to the cave 6 meters away. That's great. I don't know why we have to specify that the furball has a pretty geometric pattern on its head though. It can carry up to 6 grapes at a time, but it eats 3 grapes every 3 meters that it advances. How many grapes can it bring back? Did I read that correctly? 37 reads the question word for word and turns expectantly to Sophia. I might have to reread that question, because if it carries 6 and carries... Oh, I guess it can drop off the grapes before it reaches the end. Because if it goes from the grapes directly to the cave, it's just gonna eat all of it. So I don't know if you know, if we move a grape 1 meters, does it eat a grape? I'm gonna zoom I'm gonna zoom that every accumulated 3 meters it eats 3 grapes, right? So in that case, it would have to make a checkpoint every 3 meters. So if it carried 6 over, it would eat 3 after walking 3 meters. It can drop the 3 it's holding. It can go back. And then, wait, what if it just holds 1? Would it eat the 1? I guess so, right? So it could carry 3 here. And then it could go back, carry the remaining 6 over here. It would eat 3 during the journey. So it'll have 6 by the time on this part after 3 meters. So it can travel the remaining 3 meters and arrive at 3 grapes at the cave, basically. I could be wrong, but that's my understanding. It can move up to 3 meters at a time with grapes on its body, but it will eat 3 grapes. Okay.
Sophia!
You did promise to come play just now, did you? Of
Well.
course. I wasn't just saying it. Okay, here we go. The corrector reluctantly confirms with 37 again. She will stay and
It's like
participate.
this.
Then take a look at my notebook and pick whatever shape you like.
Perhaps.
I'll think it over. Do you have any suggestion? If I were
Let
to
me
make a
think.
suggestion, I would say that this rectangle is a good
This
fit.
is...
Is it because of the meaning of 4? Justice and order. That's indeed suitable for a corrector. Thank you, 37. I think this is the one.
The scripture says...
I remember you did a proof about it. Not that it left much of an impression, but I believe there was such a thing.
And then...
However, in this question, the rectangle represents returning to the pile of grapes. Yeah, sure.
I understand.
Got it. That said, 210 sometimes drops grapes while he's walking, but I've never seen those furballs following him.
Essentially.
The description of this question isn't rigorous enough.
Perhaps.
Maybe it's because he always talks so loudly, so the critters don't dare to come near. That's funny. Alright, let's solve it. Why do I only have the one rectangle?
Hey!
Let me see. This time, the monad represents moving forward 3 meters, or is it 6
No.
meters?
That's not right.
It's carrying as many grapes as possible. Okay. Well, it was just a wild guess. Alright.
Your number.
This time, the line segment represents advancing 3 meters. Okay, we're mixing the shapes up.
Maybe.
Okay, sure. Let's do it. Let's do it. How do I solve it? Oh, it's here. There's still the step of putting down all the grapes, which belongs to the pentagram. Alright. I got it. I mean, I'm just gonna do exactly what I said. We're gonna carry 6 grapes here. We're gonna advance. We're gonna have eaten grapes by now. Yeah, eaten 3 grapes. And then we will drop all the grapes. And then we will return to the grape pile. Then we'll carry them. Advance 3 meters. Drop all the grapes. Actually, I guess technically we could just drop them and then pick them up. Or I could try and... Can I directly carry them all? Okay, I can. So I'll have 6 grapes and then we just advance 3 meters. We're at the cave and we're going to end up with 3 grapes. There we go. Just like that. Nice. Just like that. Okay. Let's claim some rewards. Why not? And then let's press on. Part 4. Oh, okay, let's answer the question.
What do you need?
So, did you get the result you wanted, 37? Maybe after a few more questions, I'll discover the common pattern. I mean, it's currently just playing out exactly as the woman described. I forgot the answer, though. What was it? A 10-digit number that was like 6333, like 4333 or something, with a 6 or something. I don't remember exactly. But maybe after a few more questions, I'll discover the common pattern.
I think...
Alright, let's hurry. We still have time for one more question before dinner. Sure.
Oh.
Hurry up. Oh, you're right, Sophia. Gia flips through her notebook, seemingly with a new
It's
idea.
alright.
I'm glad you
They
agree
are
with the
beautiful.
suggestion. Let's continue on as it's written. No. We don't have time to verify the same thing over and over. Initially, I reduced the sequence by 3, and now there are 2 more duplicates here, 3 and 4.
Subtract 1.
Alright, let's
then
get some.
Subtract 1.
Let's skip some redundant parts. I'm sure we'll clear up the rest soon enough.
Hello there.
Who else wants to join the game? The eager little boy is the first to step into the field. Alright. Hello, pick a shape.
Like I said.
I've been thinking about this while watching everyone play. I think I want to choose the hexagon. Because it's perfect, and it has the number 6, just like our leader. Spectacular.
Yes, exactly.
But he hardly ever participates in such games. At this point, I prefer your approach. 37 nods and approvals at the little boy's active participation.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Alright, let's go. What's the puzzle this
What's the
time?
next question?
This question is somewhat different from the previous ones. Based on the description, in what position is the hexagon? What?
For instance,
Oh, it's like those like the shape is next to the other shapes, and then you know those shapes are like two shapes away from the shape X or whatever. It's like those riddles maybe about yeah. I'll show the notebook to each of you, and you just need to say the corresponding order. So yeah, I think it's like one of those like problems where it's like, you know, if you have like free seats and free people, like John doesn't want to sit next to Alice, Alice wants to sit next to Bob type thing, something like that. All right, let's check it out. Now it's
let me
my turn.
think.
Standing to my left is a line segment. Okay. Standing to the left of a pentagon is a line segment.
No.
There are no shapes on my right, but there's a big crowd on the left. Well, that's really obvious. Thanks, man. That's a monad.
The question is,
My position... Oh, I see it now. There's more than one shape on my right. Okay.
this is...
Among the two shapes adjacent to me on both sides, there is no monad. Okay. I'm neither the
really
furthest
good.
left nor the furthest right. Okay. I'm gonna not read the available shapes and try and figure out, everything out, like based on memory alone, based on those descriptions. So who's on the far right? Monad. Oh wait, it tells me. Okay, well, whatever, bro. I know that the pentagram. Yes, this is 37. The line segment is adjacent to the left. Right. There's more than one shape on the right. Neither the two adjacent shapes is the monad. And then, yes, the hexagon needs to fit in. So, I'm thinking 37 goes here. I haven't thought about this, by the way. Like, I'm just like, eyeballing this. Wait, I'm missing someone. Someone important. You. Yeah, sorry. This doesn't work with, this, so we could do this instead. We could just do this, to be honest. Never mind, we couldn't, because something's wrong. There's more than one shape on the right. The line segment is adjacent to the left. Oh, right, sorry. This is like a requirement. Okay, so we could just shift all this, right, by one. And then... Sorry, you have two adjacent shapes, Sophia. We'll just have to move this further along. There you go. Nice. That wasn't too bad. Just some slight logic.
Sophia!
Was the game helpful at all? 37 rushed over as Sophia descended from the playground. Were the problems fun, inspiring, or perhaps dull? Should the results be logged or just discarded in the corner of the lab?
Actually,
Well, they weren't as dull as I expected. Breaking down the logic was pretty straightforward. Yeah, for real? For a kid just arriving on the island, it's a decent puzzle, I suppose.
perhaps...
If I'd played these as a kid, I might have warmed up to math more. Perhaps I'd even have understood the whole everything is numbers thing a little sooner. But in the here and now, they don't feel very practical, nor enlightening. Oh, I see.
Let me think.
No luck, it seems. What could we be missing? With obvious disappointment, 37 flipped through the notebook once more, diving deep into her thoughts again. It was getting dark, and the others began leaving the beach. It seemed 37's games didn't yield any results. No. For her assistant, this seemed like the expected outcome. These games appeared to be more of a basic educational tool than something profound. It's time for dinner. We've run out of time. We've requested from 6. There's...
No.
No, wait. It's not over until I go for dinner. 37 stared at the grid lines on the beach, as if she was rooted there. The puzzle represented by these numbers would be on her mind all night, replacing thoughts of roasted rabbit and honeyed bread. Although it was clear that this number sequence didn't hold any profound meaning at first glance, What if everyone just hadn't looked deep enough? Yeah, we need to take a different perspective.
Perhaps.
I have some free time tomorrow morning. Maybe we can give it another shot then. When Apollo first rides out chasing the dawn, we might discover a fresh perspective. Yeah, exactly. Do you think so? Otherwise, you'd stay here all night? Yes, she would. Sophia sighed, once again realizing she was indulging 37. I don't understand, 37. Why are you so convinced that there's some hidden significance in this sequence of answers? Huh? Because it's right there. I feel it, if only vaguely. When Hugh jotted down these numbers, they contained a strong emotion. So you're going with your intuition? Intuition. At the mention of that word, the girl's expression dimmed. Back in her childhood, before she came to the island, when she was known as an arcanist, she was familiar with this term. Sensing, listening, understanding, beseeching, being fiercely focused, and seizing inspiration, it was all familiar to her. But she couldn't see the flash of genius whenever she pleased, playing around with them as if she was catching butterflies. What did having such an ability really mean?
Sophia!
Come on! If you don't get to the canteen now, only the soup base will be left. Oh no. 47 had maneuvered nimbly over the line of seagull footprints and waved to beckon Sophia ahead. Alright, let's have some food. Go on, Sophia. Hold on, I'm coming. Alright, let's eat some food. And remember, not every question needs an answer. We have more important things to do now. Like dinner. Dinner is pretty important, guys. Eat your food. Eat your dinner. Alright, to be continued. Alright, cool. Let us press on. With part 5. Oh, wait, the background changed, I think. Cool. Let me claim my free clear drops. Let's go. Let's go. Let's press on. What was not expressed? What was not expressed? Tell me. Mornings on the beach were meant for quiet strolls and relaxation. Sophia's plan to arrive early and clear her mind seemed wise. But things rarely went as expected here.
Sophia!
You're late.
Uh-huh.
I've been here since Apollo rose to meet the dawn. Quite literally, I guess. The crowd surrounding 37 seemed even larger than yesterday, as she hopped and waved at Sophia. At the center of the crowd was another familiar figure.
Meaning?
Oh, hello, 210. Ah, good. The corrector's here too. What perfect timing.
Attention, please.
Hello, everyone. Come gather around and take a look. We're gaming today. Oh, wait, a magazine? He was holding up a magazine. Where'd you get that, buddy? My submission isn't any more childish than this game she's playing. Some chuckled. It was a common occurrence for the islanders familiar with their banter. 210 confidently presented the magazine to Sophia and 37. Where do you even get this, buddy? You just bought it? You just got it off the mainlands? The magazine pages were a mess. Amid frivolous news and various announcements, a crumpled mathematical proof huddled in a corner. Why is there mathematical proof on the magazine? Fortunately, the author was still identifiable.
This is...
A treatise on the linguistic structure of truth. 210, is that your name? The towering theorist just spread his hands out in an overly proud twist without confirming.
In fact?
Certainly, it was no easy feat, given our island's isolation, to get this published. But where there is a will, there is a way. Damn, bro got it published! Nah, that's so based. Submitting these mathematical essays to outside publications is just the beginning of my many accomplishments to come. I think he's overblowing the difficulty of reaching out. And is this really a mathematical treatise? Seems like a lot of words. Sophia flipped through the magazine quickly. It was nothing more than a common railway journal. 210's essay was listed in the excerpts and anecdotes column. To publish a paper on truth in a magazine like this? Huh. The editor's comment is, although the content is obscure, the wording is elegant and worth citing. That's impressive nonetheless. For real, well done 210, I'm proud of you. The compliment was genuine, and the already haughty theorist's confidence grew even more. 37 though crossed her arms in a breathless huff.
No, that's not right.
I've read that article. It's pure sophistry. Your premise is flawed, and the central thesis is overcomplicated. The beauty of mathematical truth lies in its simplicity. These nonsensical embellishments only lead to misinterpretation. It's cumbersome, frivolous, and most importantly, it lacks good process.
I think.
This is all just clever rhetoric, lacking in any substance. Damn. Wasted space and meaningless platitudes.
Meaning?
Is that so? More meaningless than all this child's play? Or perhaps this game is simple enough for you? Are these piddling lessons in basic reasoning and arithmetic the truth you are looking for?
Have fun, 37.
Well, that makes sense for a child. Carry on with your fun and games then. Damn. The children on the beach had eagerly gathered around 210, forming a lively crowd. At an age when curiosity reigns, they were always interested in this kind of biting debate. The arguments, conflicts, grandeur, and aspirations converged on a single number.
210. Your number.
Your numbers clearly contain 2, 3, 5, and 7. You've just lumped them together without using them effectively. Damn. Oh, so now you're accusing me of being insincere? That I'm making frivolous gestures only to flaunt my intelligence.
Well, that's outstanding.
How very logical of you. But all this debate allows me to speak the truth that the others are concealing from you. These are games for children, 37.
Meaning?
There are no revelations to be gleaned from your stubbornly pursuing some childish arithmetic.
In fact?
Oh, but we all trust in the brilliance of our Star of Hermes, and oh so willingly serve as a companion star under your guidance. But surely our brilliant stars should consider others' duties and responsibilities, no? That is a good point. Sophia stepped in, breaking the tension at just the right moment.
Actually,
Don't be so serious, 210. We're just passing the time before breakfast with some games, and 37 isn't forcing anyone else to join in. But I agree, perhaps these games are too simple. In your opinion, what changes would it need? Obviously, the questions should be harder, more fitting our caliber, and there should be scores and rankings, and some sort of elimination and revival mechanism. Bro, what are we saying? Bro wants us to be in like some competitive competitive battle royale or something, dude. What are we doing? All the participants should be grouped on the beach, competing in groups of 3, and special areas and specific time slots should be scheduled. Bro, that's so much work, bro. No one's doing all that.
no.
What? Absolutely not. 37 forcefully interrupted 210's excited rulemaking.
Object.
This game and its questions were left behind by Hugh for a reason. It's simple because it was designed for children. I don't want to compete with anyone. I just want to understand the hidden meanings within the sequence of answers Hugh left. Of course, if it were more complex, then the participants might enjoy the thrill of its intellectual pursuit.
I think.
But the beauty of the game lies in its simplicity, just like numbers themselves. Stripped of all embellishments, 1 is 1.
The essence won't change.
People, stones, trees, and physical things decay, deteriorate, and change, but 1 remains. This is a simple game, yet it holds the most wonderful wisdom.
You haven't truly understood it.
There's no need to make the simple so complicated. All these facades may grab attention, but it strays from the game's true essence. Ooh.
Meaning?
So you yourself admit it's dull and monotonous. I simply articulated the same meaning with words to make them more convincing without distorting the truth. Some of his followers in the crowd nodded as they listened. They were captivated by his rebuttal. Such analysis, discussions, and endless numbers was an everyday occurrence in this school of thought. 37's response was to draw several squares on the beach. Alright?
Uh-huh.
I learned about this from Sophia. Oh, okay. Hopscotch is a popular children's game elsewhere. The rules are simple. One hops from one end to the other. It was easy enough to learn, and I've never forgotten it.
Meaning?
So our star has learned hopscotch. I hope you weren't expecting surprise. No, I mean, it's easy to play because of its simplicity. For this reason, it spread from where Sophia was before, and now the children on our island play it too. The group of children who played on the beach yesterday began to laugh. That's right.
That's great.
37's game is fun too. 37 acknowledged her young supporters and carried on. We're rallying our supporters, bro. If we complicate the game, If we complicate the game, If we complicate the game Hugh designed with new rules and competition, won't we lose its true essence? Oh. It was a splendid debate, and some followers had already started betting seashells on which side would win. On the island, such debates might continue from early morning until the time of silence. If that were to happen, 37's game would be unable to continue, and more important research would tragically remain on hold. That won't be good. The corrector felt the need to intervene.
I think...
Both sides brought strong points. I believe
Of course.
you're right. Yes, of course. 37 is right. About what exactly? As you said, it's a children's game. Its essence cannot and will not change. I'm curious, though, about what insights you can glean from such simplicity.
Or,
Everyone can see the answers at a glance, yet you believe there's some profound meaning in this combination of answers. 210 spreads his hands in a mocking gesture and shrugged. It's just time wasted, nothing compared to the pivotal proof uncovered by a great star of Hermes.
have fun, 37.
Go on, figure out how much this children's game is worth caring about. I'm eager to see the outcome. Well, off he goes, I guess. Oh wow, or maybe not. Hello,
Of course.
Here. The game's participants have to choose a shape. Then I'll take this triangle.
Well, that's outstanding.
I was curious why you didn't choose it, as free as perfect and harmonious, and really ought to be your liking.
But you, our star of Hermes, are the gold hidden in the sand on the never-ending beach.
But this star really suits you. You finally admit you're the star of Hermes.
No,
Is there any
Doesn't
connection
make
between these
sense.
two?
just fragments.
You always correlate things that are completely different in nature. 37 clearly has more examples for refuting. She takes a deep breath, straightening her back like a seagull perched on nearby rocks, seemingly ready to throw out some more arguments. Alright, now is not the time for debate. The corrector timely intervenes to prevent the argumentative atmosphere from deteriorating.
Fine.
Sophia's right, we can't forget what's important. Oh, I remember. It's children's game.
Well, that's outstanding.
Let's start then. We'll see who's more correct in due course. Alright. Loudly and clearly state the puzzle.
For instance,
A merchant needs to What? A merchant needs to transport a wolf, a sheep, and cabbage across the river, but can only take one at a time. When he's not around, the wolf will eat the sheep, and the sheep will eat the vegetables. How many trips does he need to make to cross the river? Let me think. 1, 2, 3. It takes 3 trips? No?
and
I'm
then
pretty sure it's 3. This question
Of course.
is very simple, as expected. 210 quickly takes over the
Well, that's
conversation.
outstanding.
How about I help you assign those steps? I plan to experience the game for myself. You can take a little rest.
Or,
Oh, it seems you don't need the latter. There's no sign of fatigue from 37. Jolts are not Nobukai trying to get level with 210's line of
it's
sight.
like this.
I think this is clear enough. Remember, don't miss a single word. Okay.
attention, please.
We'll start with myself. The triangle represents loading the wolf onto the boat.
Or,
Next is the monad, loading the sheep onto the boat.
In fact,
The line segment, put a cabbage on the boat. He quickly and briefly rattles off several corresponding
Sophia.
steps. Now is the turn of our star of Hermes and the corrector.
Like I said.
And me, please don't forget me.
that's true.
The hexagon, good. So you represent unload all cargo.
of course.
Finally, 37. The star of Hermes rowed the boat to the right bank, and Sophia, the methodical rectangle, row the boat to the left bank. Wait, which bank are we going to?
Have fun, 37.
Please check if I've said anything wrong or missed anything. Sophia takes a notebook from 37, reading it word for word. After careful scrutiny by the corrector, the answer is deemed correct.
Thanks a lot.
No need to delay further, let's just start sorting. Alright, here we go. Put the wolf on the boat, put the cabbage on the
And
boat. Oh wait, I can't carry more than one thing. Oh, sorry, I was working off the assumption that we could. My fault, dude. No problem. Wait, so which bank are we headed to? On the left bank, sheep and cabbage. Oh, I put the wolf on it. No. I need to put the cabbage on it. Actually, no, I can't. I need to put the sheep on it. Because the wolf doesn't eat the cabbage. Okay, so we need to head to the right bank. Let's move it to the right. There we go. We drop off our cargo here. So we drop off our... What's on our here? We've got the sheep, right? So let's row to the left bank. Now that we went on the left bank, we pick up... What's on the other side? I brought the sheep to the right side. So, we could bring the vegetables. Let's try doing the vegetables. Let's put the cabbage on there. And then row to right. Unload our cargo. Put the sheep on the boat so it doesn't eat our cabbage. Then we row back to the left. We need to drop off the sheep. And then we need to pick up the wolf. And then we need to row to the right. And then we unload the cargo. So now there's a wolf and cabbage on the right side. Then we row back to the left. We pick up the sheep. Row to the right. We unload. Just like that. Just like that.
Thanks a lot.
It looks like it will be quicker and more interesting to proceed in groups of 3, as I suggested.
In fact,
What's interesting without a bit of competition?
this is what people call genius.
You should consider why I said 37.
Object.
Of course, I considered it. First, debate never ceases with a temporary pause. It's like a shark lurking underwater, slowly moving. Now it has found a good opportunity, showing its dorsal fin while the corrector gazes at the water. Alright, cool. Let's press on. 3 more parts to go. Alright. Part 6. Just numbers. That doesn't bode well. Does that mean like there's no hidden meaning? It's just numbers, or is there a deeper meaning? The sight in front of them seemed much like it always did. The salty breeze and the grains of sand carried by it. 2 figures strolled hand in hand. No one cared about the children sneaking away from the congregation. They just had to be careful to avoid getting caught. Wow, this place is so beautiful and wide. It's much bigger than my yard back home. Have you ever played hopscotch? Oh, so this is when Sophia taught hopscotch to 37. I see. Sophia pointed towards several lines drawn in the sand with shells. Together, the lines formed clumsy squares. Jump from here to there, but don't step on the lines or squash the shells. I used to play this game before I came to the island. It's different from hide and seek. You can play it alone too. That sounds fun. But I can't understand the meaning of the lines. They don't form a pattern I can recognize. Maybe I need more time to understand their meaning. 37 playfully kicked up some sand, twirling around. Why do we only jump on the squares? I think a 9-point circle to this game would be nice. 4 inscribed circles, 12 tangential circles. It'd be amazing if you only jumped from the points. She shared her thoughts, trying to convey what she saw in her mind's eye. 37 is designing Hopscotch 2.0. Her tone grew earnest and persistent, trying to illustrate the things she imagined. This is kind of like how 210 is trying to redesign Hugh's game though. Interesting parallel. Yeah, it was like endlessly picking up shiny pebbles on the beach. Just like today.
Why would you think so?
210 always tries to make simple things complicated. Hugh just wanted us to finish the game's problems.
The scripture says...
Well, of course, the scripture says, one who does not divide the problem into 3 parts cannot achieve true wisdom. Wait, what? What about merge sort? Merge sort splits the problem into 2 parts at every iteration, so does that just doesn't count, I guess? My fault. I guess that's not true wisdom. But that's no reason to propose 3-player matches. The present scene intertwines seamlessly with past memories, unaffected by time. Haha. The girl's rare smile piqued her companion's curiosity and she came over.
Huh?
Sophia, what's on your mind? What's made you so happy?
I think...
I was just thinking, since the emanation, we've hardly ever gathered together like this. 6 became 6, you've taken over your mother's research, and 210 is always so busy with his proofs and fraternizing. Even discussions like the one we just had happen so rarely now. Yet after all this time, you remain so resolute. It's like you never changed. Huh, maybe you haven't noticed, but I have changed. Raising her hand high, 37 gestured from the ground to her head. I've grown taller than before. Spectacular stuff, 37, let's go. And my hair's longer and harder to manage now. It takes much longer for you to comb it. Not these surface level changes, 37.
Fine.
Oh, then I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Sophia!
Never mind that. I need your help, Sophia. We're down to the last 2 questions. Just a stone's throw from the answer. I was hoping we could finish it together. Alright, let's go. Bring me the question. The puzzle. Alright, look for the last participant. Everything went as I said, and it didn't take much time.
Perfect number.
There's one more shape to go, so we need one more person willing to play. 37 turns to the crowd, waving her arms in open invitation. A little girl who has been watching for a long time is nudged forward by her friend.
Or like this?
I could do it. I've wanted to choose for a long time. This last heptagon, I'd like to pick it. 7 is a unique, respected number. The believers nod in agreement. This number is quite familiar to them. Yeah, 7's a pretty good number, you know? I think we should have a numbers tier list, guys. That'd be pretty cool, right?
Sure.
As a prime number, it is indeed special in some ways, but that's not important now. Well, we'll know the answer soon enough. All 7 participants are ready. 37 tilts her head, unconcerned about the discussions around her. She doesn't take back the notebook from Sophia.
Sophia!
We have to complete the game together, so this question is for you, Sophia. I'm leading everyone for the last question.
Here you go.
Well, I can't think of any problem with that. 210 didn't make any mistakes just now. If you could do it smoothly, of course you can too. Okay, I'll
Well.
try to be careful not to mess up. Alright? What's the question? This question is, arrange everyone's seat in order. Where will the rectangle sit? Oh, it's another one of these? Sure,
I
okay.
understand.
The rectangle, that would require confirming my order. Firstly, the rectangle is on the left half of the line, but not the leftmost. Left half of the line, okay? But not the leftmost. I'm
It's
adjacent.
really good.
I'm adjacent to the heptagon. We can play together.
Of course.
Unfortunately, I'm as far away from the Star of Hermes as possible. The pentagram is almost at the farthest distance.
That's great.
My seat is right in the middle of the line. Okay, that's convenient. That's a heptagon. The triangle is not in the seat adjacent to me. So it's a quiet seat. And I'm as far from the monad as the triangle is from the pentagram. That's cool. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
According to what the notebook says, I'm not adjacent to the line segment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. I knew you'd do great.
That's great.
Only the final sorting remains. Don't worry, it'll be pretty
It's
easy too.
alright.
Glad I could help. The character hands the notebook back to 37, observing the squares in the
I
sand.
think...
Maybe it's like this. Let me try. Let me try. Let me try. Let's go. Someone's in the middle. The heptagon. Yep. That's the center. Yep, nice. Alright, let's see. Is in the left half, but not the right, not the leftmost. So, Sophia is somewhere in here. One of these. Oops, sorry. The pentagram. Oh yeah, so on the edges, there's gonna be people. Okay, I'm fairly sure who. Yeah, you. The pentagram tries to be as far away from me as possible. There'll be something like this, perhaps. And just assuming like this, right? Something like this. And then we could have someone adjacent to the heptagon, like this. And we could have the other two who are very far away from each other. So we could have like this. This could work. I think there are multiple solutions to this. So that's pretty cool. Here we go. Closing our notebook, 37 felt every detail course through her body. The result was clear. From the beginning, everyone could see the number laid bare on the paper. 63334345533. A composite number divisible by 41. Its largest prime factor was 154474013. Okay, bro. Like, sure. Like, how did she find that so nicely, so quickly? If you saw it as a sequence, it was a simple combination of 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 appeared 6 times, 4 appeared twice, while 5 and 6 appeared once each. Okay. Whether you look at it as a number or a sequence, it still feels like something is missing. Whose annotated shapes must hold the key? Oh, the shapes themselves. I just haven't figured out what those little points mean yet. 37 pointed to an ink blotch on the notebook directly under a hexagon. Oh,
Or
that's secret meaning. It's just an accidental smear.
It's like this.
But look, there's the same mark below this question later on too. Oh.
in fact,
Sometimes for convenience they put a dot over repeating decimals in infinite series. Oh right, like a recurring number? That dot's above, but this one's below. Perhaps Sophia's father thought 6 had its limitations. Interesting.
No, that's not right.
That makes no sense. It can't be. Having a sense of humor every now and then wouldn't hurt. But yeah, maybe if we have dots, do we have dots above though? Oh wait, no, we only have dots below. What's the opposite of a recurring number? He shrugged, pretending indifference to 37's rebuttal. I admit, I overcomplicated Hugh's marks at first. There are so many possible attributes that they easily steered my thinking in the wrong direction. Remember what you said to me earlier, don't complicate simple things.
or
Maybe there's no deep meaning in these symbols. Maybe you've just made it complex. No, absolutely not.
Makes sense.
Hugh doesn't leave these marks at random. Look, only the questions whose answer is the number 3 have this kind of pattern. Oh, it's a small puzzle related to the number of triangles.
I think...
My father did love geometric shapes. I think 37 might be onto something. Feeling supported, 37 confidently continued.
I think...
I thought if I experienced the game firsthand, I'd understand the meaning behind these marks and sequences. But I still don't get it.
Let me think.
There's something missing here. And it's because I don't understand Hugh well enough. If I were Sophia... Oh, if I were Sophia, we could just ask Sophia. Oh, so the conclusion is that there's no secret to this game after all. In that case, it looks like I've won.
210.
Don't be so hasty, 210.
The scripture says...
The learned remain silent. They listen attentively and take others' words seriously. So perhaps you will show yourself to be a proper learned scholar. And let me finish without interruption. The teachings also exhort us to listen to the sound of the wind.
Meaning?
They demand that we earnestly listen to everything to expand our thinking. Have you considered that I too am part of everything? Think about your argument. Simple games can hold the most beautiful wisdom.
In fact?
Yet now you realize that this wisdom eludes you because you don't understand Hugh well enough. Can you see, 37? I don't even need to knock your castle down. It's already a puddle of quicksand. 210 sarcastically shook his head, implying that the conclusion was self-evident. And yielding, 37 crossed her arms. This is hype.
You haven't truly understood it.
More meaningless rhetoric. Calm down and let me explain. The beauty of wisdom should apply to everyone, yet you want to uncover truths through personal relationships.
Or?
Maybe this sequence indeed holds meaning, but perhaps it's just a personal note Hugh gave to his daughter. After all, it's not a collection of axioms, it's a personal notebook. These numbers might only hold meaning for Hugh and Sophia, but what use do you have for them? The scripture also says, do not easily extend your right hand to others. In other words, one should attend to their own affairs. Yet the Star of Hermes eagerly takes away others' proofs and treats them as her playthings.
Meaning?
Aren't the materials left by your mother enough to pass the time? Oh, younger 10's mockery was evident in his words. But his opponent remained steadfast.
No.
The teachings mean that we shouldn't easily impart wisdom and knowledge to those who don't appreciate it. You've twisted its meaning. Once you've entered the temple, you cannot turn back. In the pursuit of truth, insufficient knowledge is worse than total ignorance. Since I've begun exploring this, how can I stop halfway?
Essentially...
And the meaning of numbers isn't determined by anyone. They exist, unrelated to time, space, or who we are. They're not someone's property.
Right?
If none of us know the sequence, how can we assert its nature? The conversation veered again towards an endless back and forth. Oh no. The corrector felt torn, caught between the two. Mediating disputes was her strength, but this seemed, despite their emotions, to be a well-reasoned debate. Sophia, come on. Surely you might know something about a dot underneath a number. Maybe she should leave them to exhaust the truth. It aligned more with their scholarly approach. As she pondered this, 37 suddenly turned to her. In that case, let Sophia be the judge. Uncover the secrets in the notebook and see who's right. I agree. Let the corrector determine the truth. Damn. Oh, so this is how it's going to be. She sighed, regretting her momentary hesitation. It would be too difficult to refuse the expectant gazes of her friends. Fine,
Well...
I'll make the judgment. First, let me go over the game properly. Alright, let's see if Sophia can glean any useful information from this. To be continued. Alright, let's press on. Part 7. Sand and gold. Let's go. Yeah, pretty big character quest actually. This island holds so many quirks. And 37 possesses the greatest of them all. She was born with her own set of numbers, always clear about where she's headed. When she speaks of those never-ending numbers on the beach, those beautiful proofs, it feels like coming face to face with eternity. At the same time, I deeply understand my own simplicity and ordinariness.
There's nothing wrong with letting the stars shine where they should. And those who look up will continue to look up.
Tidying the lab, managing her hair, listing supplies, receiving guests. There's no need for these little things to occupy 37's attention. Her time should be spent on more significant research. But beyond all that, 37 is a bright star, newly born. She disregards conventions, is curious about many new things, and has a playful, carefree spirit. Just like any other childhood friend. 37 has her own pursuits, and I have a task to complete. Verify the answers 37 gives. Go on then. Can we find any meaning? I hope there is. She touched her father's notebook, closing her eyes. She remembered many vivid fragments. Sifting sand on the beach, the sting of her fingers as she polished the lenses, the fragrance of cinnamon and chickpeas lingering in the air. A ship cleaves through the water surface, approaching the shore before disintegrating amid fading shears. Then everything moved forward, beyond the surging waves, back to humble streets. Memories formed beyond the island that belonged exclusively to Sophia, reaching back to her blurry childhood impressions. She was different from that lone star, suspended in the sky. She was born to the tangible and belonged to this dim world of phenomena. She rummaged through a jar of memories, in search of some trinket worthy of trading for a coin. Indeed, she was a diligent, serious girl. And so, after examining every small stone in the jar, she finally found a satiating answer. I understand now. 63334344533. This isn't just a string of numbers, a sequence, a proverb, or some new truth was yet to comprehend.
This is...
It's a musical score. Oh, awesome. That makes sense. There were musical scores elsewhere in the notebook. A musical score? What's that? The word wasn't within 37's scope of thought. She widened her eyes in surprise, showing her curiosity plainly.
Actually...
People often use this method to notate melodies. This musical score is the beginning of a song. It's quite a popular tune in my hometown, one which my father loved to hum. Oh, really? What is like one though? Is one like C? Is one C or A? Would we go with A? I guess we might go with A. If it was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then G would be 7 in such a scenario. And then, you know, all the other letters will be assigned accordingly. So 6 would be like a F. It'll be like an F, D, D, D. It'll be F, D, 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 E, D, E, F, D, D. He must have poured his heart into these questions. Amazing. Can we listen to the music, to the song, perhaps? Listen to Sophia sing that familiar song. Perfect. The sea breeze whips past the rocks and geometric shapes, scattering a handful of fine sand. The grains gather into tiny mounds at the edges of her shoes. After helping 37 with validation, the crowds disperse into groups to go about their own business. Only a few figures remain on the beach.
Is everything, all of it, just about this number?
I think I still remember how the
Will it
song
explain
goes.
everything?
My fault. Sorry, Sophia, I interrupted you. 6 is over here though, so that's cool. 223, 224. Singing. Can I collect these guys? Hello. A few curious and friendly onlookers. A few who are going to finish their business at hand.
Hey!
Okay.
No.
Someone here is going to spend a week collecting shells and will swear off betting. Okay. Alright, what, do I start this? Okay. Place it in your action sequence. You can drag the shapes to replace them. Okay, so these are like actual notes that we've somehow collected. I guess we're just matching what Sophia's singing. So we start with 6. This is an A. Base LA1. Sorry, I just want to hear this note. Oh wait. Oh nice, we can hear it here. Okay. 6 free, free, free. This is an E. Oh, they're calling it La and Me. My fault. But yeah, no, this is an A, and these are E's. 6 free, free, free. 4. Oh, it's up here. My fault. Yeah, this is an F, this is a G, and then back to the E's. There we go. Let's hear it. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes, that's the candy hidden in the jar among the stones. We found it! The calls of the seagulls, the sound of the waves crashing up and down, and the sound of my own breathing become calm and distant. Except for that song. Perhaps it's that, I guess. Nice. We did it! There is the truth! The essence of the song has been found! If you could just recall the initial notes, the subsequent phrases would naturally follow. At first stumbling and hoarse, soon the song became fluent, resonating across the quiet beach.
Oh!
I knew numbers could be music, but why didn't I think of it earlier? I was so close. A musical score, but I've never heard this notation method. 37 didn't stay low for long. She quickly perked up, genuinely praising her companion's revelation. Splendid! Spectacular!
Brilliant!
That's a lovely song, and you sing it well, Sophia.
Well, that's outstanding.
I suppose everyone got what they wanted. You solved the puzzle, Sophia uncovered the song her father left behind, and I won.
Object!
Why? My initial theory was correct. This string of numbers did have a deeper meaning after all.
In fact,
But you glossed over the musical score. As I first saw, this had nothing to do with you from the start. It's just a distant hometown ballad, that father left for his daughter, with no profound meaning, no wonderful wisdom, no transcendental truth. But you just had to whimsically stir things up again to satisfy your curiosity. Everything tilts around you, regardless of whether it gets disturbed, shattered, or at times accomplished.
this is what people call genius.
That's the genius the people talk about.
But you, our star of Hermes, are the gold hidden in the sand on the never-ending beach.
But don't worry, my words are just inconsequential grains of sand compared to you. The star of Hermes, the golden treasures are buried in this endless beach, aren't they? Everyone's willing to play along after all. Flocking to a genius is much more interesting than following an ordinary person. But I played the game and verified it. And I told Sophia there must be a secret in the notebook. This was a rare moment. 37 was at a loss for words. Bewildered, she looked at Sophia with a furrowed brow, hoping to hear her judgment strong enough to defeat 210. I agree. 210 has won. No, 37 lost. Unlucky. Unbelievable. Alright. Her shoulders slumped as all the inspiration has driven her thus far vanished in a breath. Well, GG. I guess she's gonna go back to emanation research. This time, 37 didn't perk up again. Instead, she hung her head and kicked some sand before burying her head in her robe like a seabird.
Actually,
It's true. This notebook doesn't contain the wondrous wisdom of the scriptures. The string of numbers could only be solved by me, because others didn't know you. 210 was the first to predict his result, and that's undeniable. Yeah, that's true. Well done, buddy.
I think...
But I still will believe that 37 achieved her goal too. It's a win-win. Sophia's words spared 37 from sinking deeper into the shallow holes she'd already made in the sand with her feet. She froze, waiting to hear what Sophia was going to say next.
Actually,
No matter what you think, it was 37 who first uncovered these numbers, bringing this memory back to me. If it wasn't for her determination, I wouldn't have had the chance to hear this song again. I still remember what 37 told me about the proof of the existence of infinite prime numbers. Sophia smiled at her, as 37 nodded, both enthusiastic and confused. My father Hugh was a corrector like me. He was a previous person responsible for handling matters off the island. But over time, his name faded into obscurity, leaving behind only a sharp-edged cube, a dusty notebook, and a pair of broken glasses. Like the formula, 37 once etched on the beach, his memory has long been washed away by the waves. Although Hugh's spirit has returned to its source, we can still hear the melody he left behind. Perhaps the one who first sang the song has been swept away by time, faded into nothingness. But his notes still echo into eternity. Amazing. Just as we recall the proof Euclid penned over 2,000 years ago. Like 37 said, the power of proof lies in its simplicity and universality. Istune holds a certain universality too.
Actually,
Yes. It's not a mathematical theory in the truest sense, and it doesn't speak to the essence. It's only a gleaming shard left by Hugh, like grains of sand reflecting faint light on the shore. Yet, this universality allows it to persist through time, crossing vast spaces and arriving at this moment and place. Let's take a moment to listen to this song. To simply listen. Alright? The disputes and differences dissolved in the soft breath of the breeze. The beach returned to silence, and only the melody lingered. Nice. Good stuff, guys. We did it. We did it. We found the melody. Good job. Alright, we got one more part to go. I was playing wholesome music. You love to hear it. Alright. Let's press on. One more part. Endless shoreline. Is this gonna jump to the present again? Like main story present or no? I used to think other people's opinions didn't matter to 37. Even in the most heated arguments, she never paid them much attention. With ordinary eyes, it's difficult to perceive changes in the vastness beyond us. But now I understand how to notice them. The faint scrape of fingers brushing over geometry, the different grains of sand I scoop up when I bend over. The changes are slow and gradual, but they're there. Apollo's star had risen high, and the Star of Hermes game has ended. It was time to head back to that room filled with scattered papers. 37, what's on your mind? 37's steps were unusually slow. She wondered if the verdict had hit her harder than she expected. The ever scrupulous... What does that even mean, bro? The ever scrupulous corrector began to regret her decision. Perhaps it would have been better for 6 to maintain the balance. Sophia. What is it? 37 started somberly, her words flatter than usual. I hope I didn't waste any of your time. Do you think it was all just a pointless game? The doubt spilled out of her, eagerly awaiting an answer. Of course not. That song means a lot to me. It's a precious memory. Are you upset, 37? You didn't seem so down when we listened to the song earlier. Well, it's because it had such a lovely cadence, and you sang it so well. Her praise came sincerely and quickly, no doubt about it. But what surprised me was when you mentioned that proof about infinite primes. I remember it, but I have no idea when I told you about it. It was a while ago. Of course. Of course I remember 37. It was a beautiful proof. I'll always remember it. But that didn't comfort her much. Distractedly, 37 grabbed at her hair. So, have I messed up your memories of you? No, of course not. barging in, disrupting your memories, and leaving a mess behind. Sophia widened her eyes slightly. 37, are you still bothered by what 210 said? She averted her eyes. That was rare. Sophia, what's so funny? Sorry, I just never thought I'd see you care about something he said. You're right. You really have changed a lot after all.
Sure.
Of course, didn't I tell you that? It's not just my height, I've even changed where I sit at the table. Spectacular stuff. As the distance between me and the table changes, so does the best angle for catching the sun. I'm not talking about height or seats. Sophia shook her head with a soft smile. It was a gentle, rare, loving gesture. 37. Do you know why I've never forgotten about that proof about infinite primes?
Actually,
Because it made me ponder such distant things for the first time. Before, I didn't care about what eternity meant. It felt like nothing, some faraway notion.
I think...
Now I stand here, fully aware that the island is under our feet will one day disappear, washed away like sand by the tide. But I also believe some things will endure, like grains of gold buried under the silt. The island was vast enough to house an entire school of thought. Yet it was also small, a speck in the waves. And we, living amidst it, could only remember fleeting moments. Yes, because the world we see is transient. 37 nodded seriously. This topic was more familiar to her than discussing dinner plans. You shared it with me because of the eternity and beauty that the infinite holds, and its universality's true nature. What? And its universally true nature. From then on, I seen the gold in the sands. And in turn, I shared Hugh's song with you. If it brought you joy, that means it has meaning for you too.
perhaps...
Maybe it's not the transcendent essence you were speaking, but those who hear the song will feel it, remember it, maybe even hum it one day. That is universal beauty too.
Oh!
So that's it, I get it now. Amazing. The confusion vanished from 37's face, and she returned all at once to her usual cheerful self. This song isn't just for Hugh and Sophia anymore, because you shared it with us, right? Amazing. So it's universal and belongs to everyone who hears it, just like the proof I shared with you. Why are you laughing again, Sophia?
Never mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just thinking about how you're always turning everything into a proof to understand it. When it's as simple as enjoying music with friends. I suppose I still can't quite grasp this kind of simplicity. 37 thought hard about this, puzzling over it like a new problem. But thankfully, she soon had a new idea, as always. Sharing is a really solid argument. I bet 210 would struggle to argue against it. What? I knew my viewpoint was right. I'm going to tell him right away. Oh, okay. Sure, I guess. 37 hurried off and caught up with 210, who was leafing through another magazine.
Meaning?
What now? Sophia's declared I won, and nothing can change that. Well, here's where you're wrong, buddy. You were just a spectator, making random guesses, while I uncovered a valuable song. Believe what you want, I've said enough today. I'd like a bit of peace and quiet now. He deliberately slowed down, trailing behind Sophia and 37. 37 took it as 210 conceding, and her steps became light as air. Well, except for some trivial details, everything went smoothly today.
Perfect number.
It's a number 9, the trinity of peace, friendship, and harmony. Absolutely perfect. Oh, that's right. 37 turned to Sophia with a sudden recollection, a joyful smile spreading across her face.
Sophia!
Come on, Sophia, give me your hand.
Here you go.
This is for you. No? Oh, we got some shells and some feathers. The feathers, shells, and pebbles formed a lovely decorative chain. There was a lone pebble next to it. Is this for me?
Sure.
Of course. And this one? I found it on the beach just now. The pattern forms a fantastic number. You can add it to the chain or, give it a toss into the waves. Whoa. That's like a reference to her throwing away the bottles, really. But yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17! A prime number. Very, very cool. Prime numbers are cool.
Thank you. That's great!
I came to the beach this morning to give it to you, but I found myself sidetracked and completely forgot. That's alright.
It's alright. They are beautiful.
That's alright, 37. I really appreciate your gift. That's great. Shall we hang out again tomorrow, Sophia? I'll catch up with my research in no time. Spectacular, we're back on track. Oh, the day after tomorrow could work too. We can make this a regular island activity. Now was the time, relaxed and pleasant enough for her to ask what she had left unsaid.
Is everything, all of it, just about this number?
37. Do all of these
Does it
numbers
explain everything?
have this infinite meaning to you?
Sure.
Of course. 37 answered without missing a beat. So 37 is just one number in the infinite progression. That is correct. If it's not, what else could it be? 210, 37, 6. Even if we're gone, these numbers won't disappear.
For instance...
Just like you don't need 3 seagulls, 3 stones, or 3 people to prove the number 3 exists. Numbers exist outside of all that.
Thank you.
Thank you, 37. I think I understand your answer. Spectacular. I've got some other things to take care of. Let's hang out later if there's time. Deal.
Oh!
Wait, I see 6 coming back. Oh, 6, you shouldn't have come back. 37 waved at the dot in the horizon as a seagull swooped above them. She sprang up, greeting the leader. Good morning, 6. 210 and I had a disagreement over something, but the sequence is connected to a song.
Afraid I don't know much about songs.
That's fine, buddy. We'll force you to know. But it's only logical, isn't it? Is there any doctrine from our past that fits this situation? Thinking things through can help purify one's intellect.
We need.
Perhaps a period of quiet contemplation would be helpful.
Fine.
That doesn't suit me well, I'm afraid. Alright, I'll come up with more convincing new arguments on my own. It was clear that 37 wasn't satisfied with 6's suggestion. The debate would keep going in the coming days. Oh man. We're just not free from this. Oh, WCG, this looks very cute. This is awesome. Yeah, this looks so good. Look at them. They're calmly walking on a beach that hasn't been destroyed by nukes or bombs. Watch your step or you'll trip.
It's like this.
Don't worry. As long as I stick to the right order of steps, I won't fall. Don't forget, we've got to hurry or we'll miss mealtime. That seagull looks as starved as her. We could calculate the seagull's speed by counting steps. Oh my god. Where did we stop counting? You can spend all day counting seagulls on the beach tomorrow.
Well, that's outstanding.
That could be the topic for my next essay. Planning to cover up a weak argument with a bunch of superfluous dribble again? Haha. Alright, you two. Let's pick up the pace. There are other ways to figure out its speed.
284 steps.
No, and Bro is counting.
Thank you.
Thank you, 6. And the time it took us to get here is... I don't know, how many seconds? Let's infer the speed of the seagull, I guess. Good stuff. The end. That was nice. That was, yeah, that was nice. We, had a little experience with the Islanders of Apeiron. Very cool. I felt like that was more some focus on Sophia, which is cool. I wanted to see more Sophia, and I got it. So that makes me happy. But yeah, we did it. Happy episode 77, everyone. And yeah, next time I will probably do this, which I believe is Corvus's story. So yeah, we'll do this next time. Yeah, let's do it next time. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.